filibuster.
One of the questions I get from Republicans when we talk about all of these different plans is, well, how are they going to pay for it? You've got an idea.
I do.
The wealth tax. Explain it to me, because you've tweaked it from the last version.
So let's remind everybody what it is. This is on fortunes, a tax on fortunes that are bigger than $50 million. So your first $50 million is free and clear, no tax at all. But your 50 millionth and first dollar, 2 cents. And 2 cents on every dollar above 50 million until you hit $1 billion. And then we add a little bit more on top of that. That would raise over the next 10 years $3 trillion.
What do you want to do with that money?
Oh, look, there's so much we could do. We could do universal child care. We could do a big infrastructure package. We could do more on racial equity. We could do an environmental package. It would give us the resources to help build opportunity.
Why is now a good time? Because you know this. I mean, already the feedback from the Wall Street crowd has been, attack this. This is Senator Warren once again demonizing wealth, demonizing the wealthy. Why now? Why is now the moment?
I'll do now. But let's talk about demonizing for just 1 minute here. The 99% in America, the people not at $50 million in assets, the 99% last year paid about 7.2% of their total wealth in taxes. That top 0.1%, the people above 50 million, they paid 3.2%, less than half as much. This is not demonizing. You can still grow your fortune. Just pitch in 2 cents so everybody else gets a chance. And why now? Do you know what's happened over the last year?
Just last year.
Just in the last year, we have watched millions of people struggle, millions of people lose their jobs or be cut back in their hours at work, deplete their savings, go into debt. But you know what's happened to the 660 billionaires in America? They have increased their worth by $1.3 trillion.
So I'm thinking of Pittsfield, Massachusetts. I'm thinking of suburban Philadelphia. I mean, there's this massive disconnect at a time in which you have income inequality exacerbated during this pandemic. You were just named the chairwoman of 2 subcommittees on the Senate Banking Committee, and this is really the first issue du jour that you're diving into. Is this a forecast of more things to come?
You know, you are exactly right about the inequality problem, but understand this. Income inequality looks like this. Wealth inequality looks like this, and all the way up through the ceiling. The people at the top have amassed huge fortunes, and those fortunes are continuing to grow, and they're not making a contribution on taxes. All I'm saying is pay a fair share, because here's how we build a future. We invest in universal child care and universal pre-K. We put more money into K-12 education. We make technical school, 2-year college, 4-year college tuition free. Now our kids have real opportunity. 2 cents more than covers that.
The folks who are trying to forecast and price this in of whether or not this has a chance, it's I'll be honest with you, it's very difficult in the short term to see this wealth tax getting through. But the polls suggest, I think it was an Ipsos poll, that 53% of Republicans are on board with this. You attracted, yes, some progressives on this, but also Congressman Brendan Boyle, who's, respectfully to Congressman Boyle, I mean, he's much more middle of the road than I think some people would think here. So, again, do you think that over the longer term that this is going to catch traction on it? Have you spoken to the administration on it to get this through?
So, yes, I think it's going to. And I think when you say over the longer term, I think it's actually over the shorter term. More and more people are starting to look at the wealth tax and say, wait a minute, this makes a lot of sense. People across this nation get it. Independents, Republicans, Democrats, a majority of all of them want to see us do a wealth tax because they know that the system is rigged against them. The people who are out of step are the folks here in Washington.